Hello there, and
Oh,
we
Yo,
are live. See, ladies and gentlemen, see, it's a big one, and I have a special guest to back that up today. See, it's the season premiere, season two, yeah, of this show that's so close to my heart because I got someone working with me who is American. And of course, this show has always brought lots of people who've come to this show and, held their ground. And of course, me and Steve Mahala have stood, often we've fought each other on this show, yeah. But you know what? Today, we have a very special guest, yeah, entering into the house. And I respect this guest quite well. See,
I think you. Oh, you're back, Tony. You're back. You froze up for
you're
a
back,
minute,
mate. Yeah.
for like a few seconds. Go on.
yeah. I'll introducing our guest today.
Oh, you
How
want
you
me
doing,
to?
guys?
What's up, long-haired daddy, Forrest, and joining Gunners and Magz? What's up, bro?
How you doing, guys? Cheers for having me on the channel. Both absolute
Words.
legends. Appreciate it big
Words.
time. I just want to ask one question. Did you run the countdown twice, 30 seconds twice, because you haven't got one for a minute?
I think you did, yeah. Oh, bro, everything is bugging.
Oh,
What?
dear.
What the hell? I don't know what happened with Tony. Anyways, whatever. I'm the second host of the show. So, anyways, Yeti, talk to me about Nottingham Forest. Why haven't you signed 1 billion players?
I don't know,
This-
mate. It's annoying, but, what can you do? I mean, we did it last season. I think we're kind of trying to sort of trim it down and have a proper 11 and a proper squad now, which is a good way of doing it. We don't want to go out and sign loads more and then just be playing games with just 11 players on the pitch instead of a team. So I get it in that respect.
Do you think? What do you think of your window so far? Sorry, Tony. I was talking to him about Forest. What do you think of your window so far? What needs do you still need addressed?
I think we need a second striker to
Yes.
Iwanyi. I'd love to get that Ibrahim Sangari, whatever his name is. Yeah, him.
Yeah,
I'd
Ibrahim
love to get him.
CDM. He's
I would
really
love to get him, mate. Love to get him. I think we've got it pretty much sorted. I like Ola Aina. I like Alanga. I think they've both got something to offer. Whether we're going to keep Brendan Johnson, I don't know. It would be awesome if we did. I hope we don't sort of lose him, right at that point where it starts to get, where it starts to solidify the team. But it's football, and that's what happens. So you've just got to sort of. I don't support players. I don't support managers. I support
all about
clubs.
the fucking bad.
Exactly. It's all about my club. I'm not a supporter of players. I'm a supporter of a club, and the best club in the land.
It's quite good. It's quite good to hear that, Yeti, because see, many people in the Arsenal fan base, they love the players too much. They love they love the coach so much. But me, I don't have loyalties to these people. In fact, I have no loyalties to these guys because what's happening right now with this Saudi Arabia stuff going on, it has really shown where players lie. Where players lie is with their money. It's with their pockets. They don't think about any other thing else apart from their money. Loyalty is thrown out the window. This Saudi Arabia stuff has shown this all. No player right now cares about a football club. They all care about their bags. They all care about their pockets and their families in some cases. And that brings us to this Moise Caicedo issue. See, we'll be going into Newcastle.
Just say one thing. Just say one thing, Tony.
Yeah, sure.
So you're not one of these fans then that thinks about singing songs about players and managers in the shower while you're washing your face?
No.
You're not one of them then.
That's just weird. That's just weird behavior. Yeah,
that is just so strange.
No. I'm all about Arsenal. I'm all about my loyalty. it lies and stops with Arsenal. And that's why I want to see my club do very well. I want to see my club win trophies. None of these players, none of them care about anything. Yeah, they're all there for their pockets. That's what
they're all there to do a job.
No more football. Say, Steve Mahala, do you have other ideas?
No, I'm loyal to fucking Newcastle, bro. That's if I've seen shit players, I've seen good ones, I've seen a shit manager and Steve Bruce and a really good one in Eddie Howe. I'll be here when they leave, go, stay, whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Our first topic today, say, of course, that was just a great start. Talking about money, loyalty, and everything. Yeah, let's look into this Caicedo issue, guys. Because we'll still come down to the Nottingham Forrest, Manchester, Burnley matchup, and everything, and Newcastle stuff coming up.
Versus Aston Villa.
Yeah, exactly. Let's look into this Caicedo issue making the rounds everywhere. Yeah, say, Steve Mahala, I'll put you on the game first of all. What is going on? Liverpool leading the chase for Caicedo. Chelsea coming back, outbidding these guys. It now looks in a way that Arsenal got a good deal done quite quickly with this Declan Rice stuff. See, it's beginning to look like that. Now look at where the price of Caicedo is now, £110 million. That seems.
I heard it was 125.
125.
Oh my God! I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're looking at it in dollars. It was 110.
No. Chelsea apparently are going to put in a bid. It's who fucking knows? But
oh my
125
God.
from Chelsea.
What is this?
This is on the level of this is on the level of Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain, by the way, in terms of just wow. Yeah, I like Caicedo a lot. I think he's a terrific player. He could probably get better too. He's super young. And he could play for Real Madrid in 5 years. I wouldn't be surprised at all. None of us would. Barcelona, Bayern, you name the big club. Bro, this guy is a fantastic player, right? 125 million though. The thing is,
Jesus Christ.
People are going to be expecting this guy to be.
Steve, I want you to pause a bit, please, because there are people in the chat. I have to welcome them. Hot Force, this is his debut on my channel on the chart. Big ups to you, Hot Force 44. You're welcome.
I do not force
fire. Welcome.
Jazz doing, mate?
Guys, Jazz was 6 p.m., but he's not on behalf of this channel. Jazz, get back strong, man. We love you. Hot Force is here with us. Jazz is in the building. Tony Ibai is also in the building.
Tony, mate.
Tony Ibarra.
Big up, man.
Hey.
You were saying, man.
Oh, what was it? Oh, I was just saying the thing is, what fans do on a basic level is they look at the price of a player and then they make their expectations. So, like Morgan Gibbs White, for example, everybody thought, wow, that's expensive for whatever million. But he looked really damn good. One of Forrest's crucial players. He looked worth 40 million. But initially, people are like, what? Why? How on this guy? So it happens. But the thing is with this Caicedo thing, bro, people are going to slander him. Absolutely slander him if he doesn't look like Gattuso, Zidane, Pirlo, and N'Golo Kante rolled into one for every second he's on the pitch for Chelsea. I get it, big standards, but bro, he's a kid.
That price tag comes with something, man. You've got to live up to that price
and
tag.
The thing is, I don't think people will actually appreciate because they'll look too much at the price tag, how good of a player he is, because they say, oh, he looks like an 80 million. They overpaid by 40. Who cares? If it's a damn good player, is a damn good player.
When did everybody become experts on how much everybody's worth?
Finances. Yeah, nobody's be doing multi-million-dollar negotiations. They don't know what they do. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's a terrific signing. It's a bit pricey, of course.
Yeah, of course. But Yeti, I'll put you into the game right now. Yeah, it's Moise Caicedo 125 million pound signing? Like, just tell us, because the market has gone bonkers. I don't recognize this market. It has never been like this. I've never seen this force with money
except Neymar.
all over the place.
Except Neymar and Mbappe at PSG. That was 200.
Say no, to be honest.
25 million.
If Moise Caicedo's worth 125 million, if Roy Keane was still in his heyday, he'd be worth 300 million.
Alan Shearer would be worth a shitload of money. Les Ferdinand.
Stan Collymore, 17 million.
Yeah,
I mean, the
Collymore.
best striker I've ever seen. Brilliant.
Yeah.
This
crazy.
money's going mental, mate.
I think, you know what it is, right? My easy logic is this is not feasible. This is not feasible. I don't care what anyone says. What comes up must come down. In 5 or 10 years, the Premier League will not. It's just not sustainable because someone's gonna bust and then another one's gonna bust, and the money, it's just gonna become fucking. For me, it's just inevitable, and that's just how life works.
It's crazy.
Serie A was once the best league in the world. La Liga was once the best league in the world. Now the Premier League gets there.
The Bundesliga football made in Germany was quite a thing before, you know.
In the 70s in particular, bro. In the 70s as well, the Eredivisie. Ajax were winning 3 straight European Cups with Cruyff. One of the greatest.
We started it as well. We started all this. We started with a Trevor Francis £1 million signing.
Yeah, you're a huge,
and then it's just gone
huge club in terms of influence in Europe. Leeds as well have their part to play. Hamburg, right? But now it's a new era. There are going to be teams emerging out of nowhere that become players, like RB Leipzig, for example. They're like 15 years old, and now they're a really, really good team, consistent Champions League. You know, in the mix. So, bro, this is it. It's just, I just think it will come down eventually, the spending and stuff. So
the worry for me really is the fact of the teams that come up into the Premier League. We're going to get to a point where they just cannot touch the others at all, and you know they can't do 125 mil on a Caicedo. They can't go 150 mil. I mean, we spent 150 mil on 20 odd players at the start of the season,
right?
And they're spending it more or less on one.
Well, what they'll do, Yeti, is they'll just up the promotion, the TV money. They'll just get more of that and think that it'll compensate for that. But yeah, the gap is growing. You're right. But you know what?
Wait, see, Steve. You talked about this is going to you, Steve Mahala. Yeah. Okay. Remember, you talked about everyone are going to, you know, cut in deep into Moise Caicedo for the antics he's been playing also. But
he's going to be under hyper scrutiny.
Of course he is.
Exactly. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. This guy has come out, the thing running throughout his statements in his mouth, coming from his mouth, has been his family. He wants to provide for his family. He's very poor. He needs to provide for his family. See, does he have the right? Does he have the right things? Putting it, is he really putting up the right things as an argument right now to kind of justify what's really going on? He has a medical and he has already agreed something with Liverpool. And
it's not his fault, though, is it?
He's keeping his word with Chelsea.
He's holding that for bigger money from Chelsea Football Club. And all this antics, it's pointing to the fact that he wants more money. He's a money grabber. Is he a money grabber? Is he putting his family first?
Even if he was, Tony, even if he was a money grabber, can you blame him when you're growing up in extreme poverty? Right? When you're walking around with no shoes, trying to get food every day, water isn't your safety.
Wait a minute, isn't the price
he's been playing for Brighton Football Club. He's been making a couple of money. He's been making a couple of pounds. It's not like it's poor, in it.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's for me, it's not really a shock. Is it really a shocker? No, of course not. And you know what? A lot of money is going to go back to Ecuador. A lot of money is going to go back to Independiente del Valle, as Ecuadorian club. They're going to get 20% of that 125 million, which is 20 million odd pounds, which for an Ecuadorian club is absolutely ridiculous. Like that would be like giving Arsenal $2 billion. Like boom. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what? It's going to go into. I've seen reports that
Arteta's nearly spent that. So
yeah. Yeah. So, bro, the thing is that money, Caicedo, he's going to do a world of good back in Ecuador in his hometown and in and around the area. There's no doubt. So I don't. You know what? Even if he's money hungry, he's putting his money towards good things. It seems like. So I can't knock him. He's providing for his family as well. I always respect. I respect anyone.
But like I say, though, I'm not being funny, but the reason he hasn't gone anywhere is because nobody's met the price what Brighton want. So
Brighton are just trying to jack it up.
Is it? That's not his fault.
No. We're getting all these things wrong. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp has come out and said that he has already agreed a deal to Liverpool. There's no question about that.
Yeah, well, he talks a lot of waffle. He talks a lot of waffle. He really does.
So this is
he talks a lot of waffle, Klopp. He really does. So, no, he really does. He thinks that Newcastle have infinite resources, but they've actually spent more than us. So what's all that? What's all that about? He spent more net than Man City as well. So what's he talking about? Bro, it's just
early doors, mate.
Manager said something, okay, and it's a big deal. So I don't know. It is what it is, bro. He's working with some stingy ass owners. I'd be fucking annoyed.
It's true. But Yeti, look into this, yeah. This will be the last question going into this Caicedo stuff because it's what is buzzing. It's killing the internet right now. Yeah, everyone is buzzing about this. Rival fans are also buzzing about this. Talking about rival fans because this is a plot. We're moving down with that plot. See, if he's to go to Liverpool or if he's to go to Chelsea, any of the two, right? Yeti, which club will kind of like fit a Moise Caicedo right now? Which club will he get into right now that you would say, okay,
the better fit. The better fit.
I have my own ideas because Liverpool doesn't have a valid defensive midfielder going into the next season.
Personally.
They have a check at Alcantara. See, their midfield, there's no midfielder there right now who's defensively minded. Fabiano went to Fabiano, as you know,
no Fabinho.
Gone to Saudi Arabia to get more money to feed his family. Henderson, of course, he wants the money from the Saudis.
They're all going to do that eventually.
Again, right? Yeah, no one cares about human rights when you're talking of big money from Saudi Arabia, right? So all of them jump ship, abandon Liverpool, out there in Saudi Arabia, making big money. And right now in Liverpool, they're leaving them in tatters with no defensive midfielder. So if Moise Caicedo come into that Liverpool defensive CDM role, do you think he's going to excel? Or per se, if he goes to Chelsea, do you think he would make that CDM role his own? Which club is the best dynamic right now for Caicedo? Yeti?
I'd probably say Liverpool, to be quite honest, because their tactics, the way they play, depends on sort of winning the ball back and players playing really hard. Yeah, playing really hard and a good work rate and things. So I'd probably say Liverpool, to be fair. I mean, if he goes to Chelsea, he's got Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, I mean,
they complement each other really well, the skill sets of both.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and if I say Forrest, does that mean we can have him?
Hasn't really hit
the
ground running.
Can we have him if I say Forrest?
This is a very, very expensive signing.
He'll be fine, Tony. I know you're trying to speak Chelsea failure into existence. I get it. But let's be real. Let's be real here. Let's be real. He was very good in Argentina. let's be real. Enzo Fernandez was very good in Argentina, took a step up to Benfica, absolutely smashed it out of the park for the 6 months. Then he took another step up and was crucial. He was crucial to Argentina winning the World Cup. He was crucial.
He hasn't got it in a Chelsea shirt, though. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is 6 months in.
I feel like Jerry Springer.
Best in the world. This is why the Premiership is the best in the world. You have to come here and prove yourself. That's why that's even why I've been arguing with Man City fans.
Just prove my point about the 125 mil price tag on Caicedo. Fucking hell! If he misplaces a pass, Tony is on Caicedo's ass from day.
Oh yeah, he will. He's
I'm serious. This is the best league in the world. You have to come down here.
But when he has super adverts,
he's got a season. Enzo Fernandez and Chelsea have an upcoming season.
Onana has come to England, and look at what he's done to. He hasn't even.
He's done nothing in preseason.
I know. The cost lives. The curse lives. See, even apart from that, look at Koulibaly, who came from the Serie A, a top legend, Napoli, highly rated in the Italian Serie A. He came down to Chelsea Football Club.
You're getting a bit big-headed because you won a dog
out there, That's what, see, Steve Mahala, that's what the Premiership does to you. Do you agree to this? That all these players will have to come down here and prove
one of your best ever players, Thierry Henry. What club in Italy did you buy him from? Thierry Henry. Which club did you buy him from?
Rare. He didn't really have his chances.
Say it. Juventus, thank you. And he was a bench warmer there. That was a damn good Juve side, so fair enough. He came to Arsenal and is obviously a legend, and he was fucking terrific. Good players come from outside the Prem, Tony. Let's not act like it don't happen. I understand the Prem, the step up. There is one, of course. But, bro, I think Enzo Fernandez will be just fine. I think he's a freakishly talented player. He's going to be good. You just bought Timber from the Eredivisie, and I think he'll smash it too. Look, a good footballer is a good footballer. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. But Yeti, you've not given me an answer yet about that Caicedo stuff I asked you about.
Mate, I didn't get a chance because you went all Jerry Springer on me. I was going to start giving me final thoughts.
I'm sorry, it's with Steve.
And trying to pull the security guard off.
It boils my blood whenever Steve argues. Yeah, Yeti, go on, man.
What was the question again? Because I forgot it.
It was about Moise Caicedo. Which team would fit him right now?
Liverpool for me. I think Liverpool, but I think anybody. But if you mean if I pick one that he fits in and that means we can have him, I'm going to say Forrest.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but I'm going to say it. We'd have to actually sell Nottingham if we want to buy him.
Yeah.
So that's not going to work, is it?
Exactly. Ellie Does TV is down here in the chat with her. He says, big ups. All big in up the chat. Speedy recovery, Jez, of course. Speedy recovery to our big friend, Jez, of course. You know, we all love Jez down here, yeah. He's a big friend of this channel. And, of course, the guys down here, too, also love him, too. Tony Ibarra, our guy, too, he says, yeah, the fact he just signed a new contract in January to fend off Arsenal and now 125 million shows it's all about money now. I agree with you, Tony.
No, it's not now. It always has been.
It has, yeah. It has. It's getting worse.
This entire world.
See, but there used to be loyalty like 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Loyalty, at least some parts. In some parts, loyalty still.
So Campbell,
loyalty. Want to play for the badge, at least.
I'll tell you one thing, guys. I'll tell you one thing, right? Like I said earlier, I don't support players. I don't support managers. I support clubs, right? Yeah. Back in the day when it made a difference, I did support Brian Clough, and I did support players like Stuart Pearce, Stan Collymore. Do you know what I mean? Because there was different types of players and the loyalty actually was there then.
Yeah.
But the game's changed now, so you can't support players otherwise. Like people who go out and get, I don't know, Havertz or Caicedo on the back of their shirts, and then, you know, a big offer comes in and he's just sold, and you've got a shirt that says Caicedo on the back of it. I just don't support.
Exactly.
I don't. Not
Okay, we've come to the end of this Caicedo issue because it can just gas on the whole time in the show. Yeah. See.
And we got absolutely nowhere.
Matchup. Exactly. Crunch matchup today, yeah. Crunch one today. Burnley opens up the campaign, the season campaign today of the Premiership, yeah. And guess who's coming to town? It's Manchester City, yeah. Pep Guardiola and the rest.
I think they're pretty good. I heard that Man City team is pretty good.
Coming down to Burnley. At this time, I will start with you. Yeti, yeah, just get us into the mood, yeah. Premiership is starting today.
Man City ain't that great anymore because I mean Arsenal beat them at won the Dog Bowl, so I think they're done.
To my ears.
I think they're done, mate. To be honest, I think
they're finished.
It's done, isn't it?
That manager's so washed.
That big blue shark has actually been shot by Roy Schneider. Trust me, just keep watching. It has. But, Burnley, Man City, really looking forward to it. Looking forward to company going up against Pep Guardiola. I know the way that company plays, he seems to really get 100% out of them players. I think they'll do well this season, actually. I really do think they'll do well. Can't wait for the game. Can't wait for the Premier League start. Can't wait for our game. You might not believe that, but I cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for it.
Yeah. Damn straight. No, I think, Burnley will outplay Man City in certain patches of the game. Company he looks a real serious manager. Did a good job at Anderlecht, all things considered. And then at Burnley did really well in the championship. But I just, bro, the thing is that people will say, "Oh, just because you do good in the championship doesn't mean you'll do the Premier League." Bro, this guy's different. This guy's mentality, this guy's tactical understanding of the game, the players that he can recruit because his name is Vincent Kompany.
Exactly.
The attitude he brings, this guy,
and they're coming up with a team as well.
Yeah, this guy's not just it's not just a championship fucking one hit wonder thing. No, this guy is gonna be a really good manager, Vincent Kompany. 100%. He's very respected, and he cut his teeth in not as great a league or whatever you want to call it at Anderlecht. Still a big club. He was there obviously as a kid doing his thing. Bro, this guy, and you know what? He earned his stripes. He's earning them still at Burnley, and that's honestly he's going to become a really good manager, bro.
I love managers that cut their teeth, mate. Instead of like the Artetas who just get jumped into Arsenal straight away. I mean, there's some managers like Tony Adams. I think he went to Wickham, and I don't think it really worked out for him as a manager. Yeah. You've got to do that. You've got to cut your teeth. Clough did it. Hartlepool was nothing. He turned them into something. Derby, took over Derby. They was nothing. And then he took over us, and we was nothing at that time. Yeah, that's a proper manager.
Sir Alex Ferguson at St. Mirren, then went to Aberdeen, won a fucking European trophy, then went to Man United. Eddie Howe started out at Bournemouth.
But again, there's a question. But again, it's good and okay when you call all these clubs, all these managers have actually, coached, yeah. But is that really the yardstick right now? Look at Graham Potter, yeah. Went deep down the rabbit hole with Brighton Football Club. Played good football at Brighton, but came to where the high stakes and where the big sharks are swimming, and he couldn't cut it at Chelsea Football Club. So
did he not cut his teeth before?
Right now, is that still a thing right now?
Did he not cut his teeth before?
Or he did. He started out in Sweden at oh my
god. That's my point.
Ostersund.
If you can't just put someone straight into a Premier League team and expect him to be an amazing manager. You've got to cut your teeth, man.
And you got to have the mentality
that have done it. Look at most of them that have done it. They've failed.
You got to have the mentality, and I think Potter. I don't think he's a top club sort of.
No, I don't.
The way he speaks and the mentality and stuff, I think it fit out of Brighton, who aren't a top of the line sort of club. But maybe that's his level. Maybe he could prove me wrong. I think he's a good manager, but
I think he's a Clough type manager. It will take players and make them into something and make a team out of something.
He doesn't have the hard side.
Take a Man City.
I don't think he has a hard side in him. That Graham Potter. I don't think he has a hard side in him. He won't be yelling and screaming at players saying they shit. They're good. He has a psychology degree. I get it. He's wicked smart, but you got to have a balancing act of.
See, but again, yeah, he whipped players into shape at Brighton Football Club. Yeah. Got those guys playing in it. Got them playing. He got them playing one of the best and most amazing football in the Premiership. No, to be very sincere,
it was really good football to watch. Absolutely,
it was very good tactician.
I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm saying, Tony, I'm saying mentality-wise, and the way you conduct yourself and the aura that you have. For example, Arteta.
Then how did he conduct himself at Brighton? How did he conduct himself at Brighton?
As a Brighton manager would. As a Brighton manager of the past would. He didn't need to be, Brighton wasn't a big stage, really, when he took over. But now we look at Roberto De Zerbi, bro. That guy does not mess around one bit.
He doesn't mess around.
That's not what you see what I'm saying? And it's the man management side of things, bro. I think Graham Potter is a good manager. He might just not be at a top level. What I'm saying about Vincent Kompany is this guy strikes a very good balance from what I've seen and heard and read. He strikes a very good balance of a disciplinarian, but he will also he's a man manager in terms of his players will play for him because it's Vincent Kompany, bro. This guy is a goddamn legend. He's a
machine. He's a machine. Guys in the chat, big up to Hot Force. Thanks for coming around. Our big brother Jet is still in the house. Big ups to you. Arsenal since 1987. He had his birthday a couple of days ago, man. See, guy, happy birthday to you. In arrears in whatever. Yeah, much strength to you. Arsenal since 1987. And we love you on our show. You know that. See, Yeti, I'll bring you right back into the game again. See, this Vincent Kompany guy, with what I've heard, in some quarters in Manchester City, I've heard that they are preparing that guy to actually take over from Manchester City. This is what I've heard. Yeah, when I hear about the names that are going to replace Pep Guardiola when he decides to leave that football club, I've always heard as that first choice Vincent Kompany. Do you think coming down to Manchester City, Manchester City going to Turf Moor to play today, do you think that this guy literally wants to affirm such rumors today and go all ham on Manchester City, letting them know, see, you know what, Pep, in some years' time, I want to be replacing you in that job, you're gonna get
like an audition,
like an audition kind of a thing. So, Yeti, do you think that's?
I think that'll be the last thing in his mind. To be honest, he's already got pressure. He's Burnley manager. He's got to keep Burnley in the Premier League.
That's his job.
The last thing in his mind is going to be, I've got to perform for these because I'm going to be the next City manager. Do I think he's going to be the next City manager? No, if he overdoes it and he does a really good job and everything, then fair enough, he might be. But I think there might be a few more in the cut than what there is for it.
I think
do you share that same idea? And again, Yeti just drop worms all around the camp. See, do you think that Vincent Kompany is not going to be looked at in that position for that Manchester City coach coming up in the future? Do you think so?
I think
it
it's
depends
always
what he does.
No, go on, Yeti.
It depends what he does.
Of course.
If he's massively successful, and he puts Burnley this season into the top 10 or something like that, or even top 4 or whatever.
Or if he does it for 4 years in a row or something.
Yeah, he's obviously going to get looked at in those scenarios. But I just don't think he needs that kind of pressure. He's already got pressure with having the try. I mean, I'm no disrespect to Burnley. You know, I respect to them. But I just think he's got enough pressure already without. He won't even be thinking about, oh, I'm going to be Man City boss one day. Won't he be thinking?
That's not how top managers, players, etc. move.
No.
They are at the club and they're there to do a damn good job. That's the priority. That Burnley is the one sending him the paychecks every week, month, whatever. Not Man City.
No.
So he's worried about Man City and his reputation and etc. Bro,
can you imagine how that team talk could go down in the dressing room?
Hey guys, I'm trying to impress Man City.
I want you to beat Man City because I want to be a manager of them soon.
That's not what Vincent Kompany. That's not what anyone.
So Steve Mahala, you don't think there's an extra motivation that Vincent Kompany is bringing to Toughmore today?
Maybe a tiny bit, maybe. Of course, you're gonna want to, you
want to do it.
You're gonna want to stick it, sure. But at the same time, he's there to win games against whoever they play. That's
for Burnley at the end of the day. Stuart Pearce wanted to do it for Forrest. It didn't work out, which is again where I say about, you get these hero players that just don't make managers, and Stuart Pearce never cut it, unfortunately. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
And in regards to Vincent Kompany being a Man City manager in the future, it's possible. The link will always be there. It's an easy link. He's a former player. He's very much loved at the club. He has a good obviously. So obviously, people are always going to speculate about it. It's up for him to show why he deserves it or whatever. Maybe he wants to be Real Madrid. Again, I'm just going to let it play out. He is onto something good.
Guys in the charts, see, back-to-back hot topics coming up here, and I got the two guys, best in this business. I don't care what anyone tells me about them, I got Steve Mahala, guys. See, the American is here, See, I also got Yeti. I got Yeti making his full debut on my show today. What more can I ask for? See, guys, we'll be going into this next big topic. Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. See, it's a big one, I'm dancing. I'm happy. After this stream, I would go and drink up a wine from a glass like Jess does. The number 9 striker of my biggest rivals in North London has just left. See, guys, I'm so freaking happy, that this has just happened. Guys. So not London derbies will be that easy to just bruise past. Guys. I don't know what you're telling me, guys. But say I have Mama Flossie in the house. See, Tommy Osabi, I say, big up, guys. Tommy is in the house. Big ups to you. Tommy, you should be buzzing. Harry Kane is out of this league. Out of Tottenham Hotspurs. We'll be having it very, very easy in the Not London derbies. No one to score against us from that team. Tottenham Hotspurs in the mud. Tottenham Hotspurs in the
that
mud.
Kyung-Min Son guy, he don't score goals.
Pigeon will get an hat-trick.
James Madison doesn't score goals.
Steve Mahala is not happy. When he hears this kind of things,
Pigeon will have
he literally wants Arsenal to, he wants it to capitulate, but it's not going to happen. See, Tommy Osabi is in the charts. Big ups to you. Mama Flossie is in the house. Big ups to you. Gunshots for Mama Flossie. She's a Newcastle fan. Big ups to her. Pooh. Mama Flossie in the house. See, Steve Mahala, I come to you. What are your thoughts? Harry Kane left the club this morning for his medicals at Bayern Munich. A Bayern Munich player, 100 million. From Bayern Munich. I didn't even know that this guy would go. I never knew these guys would go that far for this guy, but they did. Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. Steve Mahala, hit us with this.
I'm fucking buzzing. Buzzing, man. Bayern are my German club. I fucking love them, bro. We need a number 9 really, really, really fucking bad. Choupo-Moting got 17 in all comps. That's okay. Bayern isn't just about okay, though. We need the best of the best. And Harry Kane is amongst the best of the best. We're going to fill his trophy locker. It looks like, and he's ridiculously good. What more do I need to say? He's absolutely terrific. Good stuff. And for Spurs, use that money wisely to build an actual team. That's their goal. That's their goal of it, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be different without Harry Kane scoring goals and stuff. Cool. But Postecoglou, and I think he'll do it to the best he can, is build a team that scores a load of goals from all areas of the pitch, not just one, because you want to have multiple weapons to hurt the opposition with, not just one guy. That's what good teams have. Good teams don't just rely on one guy to score all the goals. They have multiple threats. They can hurt you in multiple areas. I mean, Tony at Arsenal, Saka will get you goals. Martinelli will get you goals. Jesus will get you goals. Odegaard will get you goals.
Yeah.
I could go on, and Nketiah might chip in 2 or 3. Havertz might chip in a few. I doubt it, but whatever. So you've got, and that's one of the strengths of your team.
You might eat a bag of chips at some point.
Right. Multiple guys. Arsenal's lineup is very dangerous because you have multiple attacking threats. You can't it's not just Saka scoring, it's Martinelli. Trossard off the bench, another one. He'll score you goals, assists.
Definitely.
Barely any teams that are worth a damn are just one-sided, all relying on one player. Hence, why Spurs haven't won anything with Harry Kane there. And that's crazy because Heung-min Son has scored a lot of goals.
I'm gonna take a different tack to what you've said.
Yeah, go on.
Basically, I'm a bit disappointed because I think you should have stayed in England. I think the teams that really want this title and want to start challenging Man City, you should have just broke the bank and got him because you'd have got the money back anyway. Also, there's another thing as well. He'll go to Bayern Munich. He will win trophies and stuff like that, but then he'll get the same as what Messi gets and all that kind of stuff. But can he do it in the Premier League?
Well, but we know he can.
We know he can.
In the Prem, he's got 200. How many goals? So that won't apply to him, bro.
Mahala, you don't want to be a team that gets 30 plus goals in a striker and can win a trophy with that same striker. That's the position Tottenham Hotspurs have been in. Yeah, having a striker that gets you 30 goals in a season but hasn't won a trophy, can bring in the major trophies for you. That's a big letdown, and that's why he's leaving the football club to get trophies, to go get accolades from somewhere else. See, man, I
win a Champions League.
I'll prefer a club that have a striker that would give me 20 goals in a season, but I'll take that route that Yeti's taking, actually. That some other team members in your team are actually contributing towards the goal tally and can actually win something in a season for you than having a central striker who would give you 30 goals. In fact, who will even give you 40 goals in a season, all competitions, but can win you the big trophies. I don't want to be Tottenham Hotspurs at this time. Yeti, do you get me in any way?
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, if Kane went to Arsenal, then you could possibly bridge the gap. But the thing is, I mean, one thing I will say, and one person I will big up, and not just because, they might watch this and because I'm not fucking bothered about any of that shit anyway. But out of all the Spurs fans I've seen talking, they're all just talking delusional, as in, oh, I'm glad he's going. You ain't glad he's going. Don't be stupid. At the end of the day, contract can be sorted out at any time. If Tottenham really start doing well with Kane, then he might sign a contract at some point. There's no time when you can't sign a contract. It's that you can't transfer to anybody. Expressions is the only one for me that's like a little bit sort of sad. a bit sad about it, and like, it's the end of an era sort of thing. And I get that. I 100% get that. He's a striker you can't replace.
The thing is, though, I don't mind if someone has an opinion that they're fine with Kane going, because, like, I know multiple Spurs fans that give very good reasons why.
Yeah.
They're completely fine. They bring up the point that I did, the fact that.
But like celebrating it and going, oh, I don't care, I want him out my club and all that.
Right,
to me
right.
Ridiculous.
No, exactly. But no, like, bro, the thing is, for me, they would never like it. Kane has had chances to win trophies with Spurs. It hasn't happened. It's like when you have a good person in your life for a little bit, could be a few years, and then sometimes you just cross you go your separate ways. It happens.
Yeah.
That's life. And for Spurs, it's a new chapter. It's a new chapter. They're gonna try to build a team under Postecoglou.
The year of the pigeon. It's the year of the pigeon.
That is a big problem. But at least you have Heung-min Son. At least you have James Maddison. At least you have some other players that'll chip in. Pedro Porro, for me, is more of a winger than a right back. I think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Very weak. Yeah. He has a really good shot on him. He could chip in 10 goals. I think he's a really decent player going forward. And that's what Postecoglou wants, bro. Players going forward, attacking. So, but the problem with Spurs is they can't defend. Their defense is indefensible. That's their problem.
It's indefensible, yeah. And I've been hearing that. See, Tottenham Hotspur has been linked to Manchester City centre-back, Aymeric Laporte. What do you guys think?
I don't think he's going to Spurs. If they get him, cool. Great signing. But
when you have 100 million pounds burning a hole in your pocket, just like you said, they should be able to use that money to have a decent rebuild.
But are they going to get the whole 100 million though? Are they going to get the whole 100 million? Because it's same as the Raya thing, and I'm going to get on to something else here now, because I love you guys to bits, Arsenal. The real fans, not the pricks. I can't stand you. You're dickheads. But the fact of the matter is the way you did Brentford on Raya is shite. I mean, 30 million is worth 3 million loan. Fair enough, it's FFP, but you can't screw over teams just to sort yourselves out. And then it's an option to buy, so they might not even get the 27 million after that. You might return him to Arsenal. He's probably not going to want to be return him to Brentford. He's not going to want to be there. He's going to be an unhappy player, and they're probably going to lose money on him. I mean, I know you don't care.
Weird
about
deal.
That,
but, it is a weird deal.
Very strange deal.
Very weird deal. Very weird deal. See, guys,
low risk.
Brentford had no choice. Brentford had no choice.
We are officially, guys. We're into the Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal conversation for Saturday. See, guys, So Arsenal, Nottingham Forest talk has just resumed, and we have the best person to put us in the game. And of course, Yeti's in the house. And guys, my co-partner of the show too, Steve Mahala, is also here with us too. See, Yeti, Arsenal getting Rhea in that deal, Ramsdale is still at the football club, When there were noises, swirling that Rhea is going to come to Arsenal, or that Mikel Arteta is looking at him. We have a Ramsdale who hasn't even caught a penalty, just one, for Arsenal Football Club, And when those news started swirling everywhere, he pulled out 2 penalty saves, one in preseason and one, of course, in that Community Shield. See, what will happen if Raya comes to Arsenal? How do you see? I know you're not an Arsenal fan, but you're in tune with everything that's going on. What will happen legitimately if Raya comes to Arsenal Football Club?
Well, down to what will happen and what I'd like to see happen. Same as I said yesterday, I think you should just eye the UFC octagon, both get in there, fight it out, and see whoever wins the fight.
Best man wins.
And then whoever does can be the goalkeeper. I think Raya's going to take over it, because as much I do like Ramsdale, don't get me wrong, he pulls off some great saves. but he seems to really panic when it comes to like distribution and kicking it out, and he puts you in some really sort of bad situations by doing that. So I do think Raya will eventually sort of take over, and you'll probably end up signing him as well, I think.
No, definitely.
But give Brentford some money, you stingy bastards.
Steve Mahala. See, Steve, yeah, I'll put you in the game. You've heard what Yeti said. See, what do you think about that deal, yeah? Raya coming into the fray. See, Tottenham Hotspur's the bid for Raya, yeah, for about 40 million, yeah? They were ready to give 40 million, hand 40 million down to Brentford for that Raya deal. But this guy instead decided to come to Arsenal.
He didn't want Spurs.
Well, we already have a number one goalie who is English at the same time, because that dampens his chances in a way, coming into that football club, 3 million on loan, signed a new deal for Brentford with the whole hocus pocus. Is coming down here. Arsenal just paying 3 million for a loan deal. Will pay 27 million later on. That's if he can prove himself and oust Ramsdale from that number one position. But see, I know that's all big talk, but Steve Mahala, I put you in the game. What do you think about the dynamics within this deal? What you think Raya is coming to do at Arsenal Football Club? Is he coming to take the head of Ramsdale off?
It should be. I mean, I don't think he's going to Arsenal to play with fucking the dog. So I think, I would suspect that he's coming there, to get a starting berth. Hell yeah, I think he'll emerge probably as the number one. I think he's just a little bit better all around than Ramsdale. I think he's an upgrade. You're upgrading your starting 11. But you never know. Raya could be terrible with Arsenal. You never know. Weird things happen all the time. I don't think it'll happen, but it looks like it. To be honest, I didn't see it coming really, because I think you had I thought y'all had other priorities. I think you did, particularly a striker.
Striker, definitely.
But you know what? Let's just see what happens with it. But I don't know. I think.
If both could play, who would you choose for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, who are you going with, Tony? What's your starting 11? And then Yeti, do your starting 11 for Forrest.
See, I'm still into this Raya argument. I'll come to that first 11 thing. Okay. Steve, Yeti.
Good, because I ain't got
Raya comes with an elite. It comes with an elite. Distribution analysis with him, and is an elite distributor of that, of playing from the back. Does it even more better than Ramsdale. I like the guy. His crossfield passes always very good. He arranges his defense. He could literally catch penalties. He is a ball playing a goalkeeper. Apart from distribution of the ball, he could literally dribble himself out of some, niggly,
under pressure.
He's always calm under pressure. I'm sorry, I can't say the same thing about Ramsdale. And see, mind you, Arsenal fans, you know what, some Arsenal fans are so fickle-minded, we forget things so easily. So you want to tell me, that because Ramsdale just kept 2 penalties for us, we've suddenly forgotten the antics at Southampton? We've thrown that out the window. We've thrown out the fact that Ramsdale threw us out of the Europa League. His gaff down there, his gaff at Liverpool, all these things are points that were taken away from us. Trust me, if we had those 6 points, we would have won the league. Because City won that league by 5 points. 6 points, at least. It
gives you a better chance. Right.
Exactly. The record
simple math
is 9 points last season. With that 9 points, I would have used it to win the league last season. So let's don't pretend. I do like Ramsdale. I understand what he went through as a player, but as a family man and, as a person last season, I do get that.
Just talking football,
sorry, this is a sport, and it's an emotional sport. Yeah, there are people who pay their hard-earned money, to come and watch Arsenal, which has one of the most expensive tickets in the league. Yeah, so you can't blame people for being emotionally charged. At situations like this. And when Raya is coming with an elite distribution network, elite in terms of his crossfield diagonals. See,
and he's a good shot stopper too.
He's a good shot stopper. He coordinates his defense. See, Yeti, are you with me in this realm?
Well, for me, emotions don't win titles, so you have to go with the best that you've got. I mean, look at Pep on all his games. Sometimes he'll just leave Grealish on the bench, leave Mahrez on the bench, and leave De Bruyne on the bench and stuff like that. So emotions don't come into it; it comes into the best man at the time for what he's got to do. Emotions don't win titles.
Yeah, exactly. See, Yeti, yeah. Let's go into Nottingham Forest, Arsenal. You're coming to Emirates at the stadium. You took away points from us last season, yeah? See, revenge in my blood, yeah? We need to avenge that. Like, seriously. We need to avenge that.
You don't, because you did a
5-0. You destroyed Forrest. What are you talking about?
No. They took points from us last season.
But that's in City Ground. That was at the City Ground. At Emirates, you win.
At the Emirates, put them in
No, we won't wait. No, we won't wait. We want that revenge. We want blood.
At the City Ground, yes. They took points from You said, Tony, you said the Emirates. That's why.
Yeti, we want blood when you come to the Emirates. I want it to
be a bloodbath. You beat 5-0.
Exactly. I want it to be a bloodbath. A total deforestation of Nottingham Forest. That's what I want to see.
Another 5-0.
Last season, I haven't forgotten it, and that's how Arsenal should move.
Yeah, but trees create oxygen, mate. So you don't want deforestation, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Yeti, how do you see Nottingham Forest setting up for that matchup against Arsenal? Crucial one.
I think we're going to set up to try and stop you playing. That's what I think our main point will be. It'll be very similar to last season. I think the first 20 minutes of that game is huge. I think if we sort of start putting tackles into you that you're just not in, you don't want, a bit like Man United did in the friendly. I know it's only a friendly, but they did the same pretty much as what we did in the last game. Yeah. And, I think that is sort of where it'll lie. If you score in the first 20 minutes, then I think we're in for a long day.
Cricket score.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
But which of your big stars should we be watching out for? Awoniyi should be down there, causing trouble down there for us, right?
Definitely Awoniyi. He will. I mean, yes, fair enough. Saliba handled Haaland, but the thing is about Haaland is, he's a tall guy, he's a strong guy, but he's not meaty up at top. Whereas Awoniyi is just an absolute unit. He's an absolute unit.
Very, very strong.
He can roll off any of you.
He's quick.
At the end of he's quick as well. And also Morgan Gibbs-White is also another threat. Danilo, I think, is a major threat because he's just getting better and better at getting into the box and stuff like that. He's one of them you guys were looking at, but it's same as Alex Scott signing for Bournemouth. I think there's certain players that you guys look at but think, well, we don't know how they'll be in the Premier League, so we don't want to pay any big money. We'll let them go to another club, see how they do there, and then steal them ruthlessly like you did with Raya. And I'm always going to keep bringing that one up. But the fact of the matter is, you also got Philippe in defence as well. He'll be massive. He was solid. Just a brilliant defender last season. Aurier as well. Aurier was absolutely.
Is Niakate fit?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Niakate's injured, unfortunately.
That's a bummer because he's so good.
And then you've got Ola Aina as well. If he plays Ola Aina, he's done brilliant in pre-season. He's really looked a good player who'll get forward and can also defend. Mr. Yates, well, I'm sorry, but he's going to put rice back into the Chinese shop, mate, because he just doesn't mess around. So that's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting to get sent.
Who's going to be your starting goalkeeper?
Turner.
Good question.
Because of the distribution and the fact that he's just come from Arsenal. So I think he's going to have something to prove. You know,
he's good, man. He's good. That's
I think I like him.
Yeah,
I think
as an American fan, obviously too. It's very important he finds a club that he can get consistent minutes at because he's very crucial for the national team. And
Cooper's always wanted him as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to what Cooper said in the conference the other day, he's always wanted him because the one thing that annoys Cooper, and it did with Anderson, it didn't with Navas, but he gets so angry when a goalkeeper just gives the ball away.
Yeah.
So he wanted somebody who got a bit of distribution. So I'm looking forward to that. I find it quite funny actually when Nick said that he'd signed for us, and there was all these Arsenal people in the chat going, "Oh, please let one in on Saturday, please. You remember Gunner for life and all this that and that. Let one in." And I just wrote a message back saying, I thought you'd already won the league. What do you need him to let you go in for you?
Steve, I have a question for you. But before then, I saw Matt Turner's written note, kind of like welcoming himself and talking about Nottingham Forest and the words he was saying, like Nottingham Forest, I'm so happy to be at this football club. Like,
hate it. Hate it.
Loyalty. See, I don't know. I know he's just new.
I hate it.
To Nottingham Forest, of course, he would say that, But come on, man. Like, where is the loyalty? Like, it was my dream to play for this club. See, man, I just listened to all this.
I hate it so much.
This guy's
no idea how much I hate that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's just all PR spin.
I was about to say
what you've got to say.
What is he going to say otherwise? I hate Nottingham Forest. I hate
exactly. He's not going to say that.
This team sucks. We're going to get relegated. The coach looks like a crackhead. Like, what do you expect him to say?
Like,
he doesn't love
like Gollum.
He's not happy to go there. He wants to go.
I don't know about that. He's getting Premier League minutes at Forest. That's why he's happy to be there.
I'm sorry.
If you got offered tomorrow to like go on to the biggest YouTuber, 10 million subscribers and all this, that, and the other, are you going to sit there and go, don't want to be on here, mate? Shit. You know what I mean? You're not, are you? You're going to go, you're my favourite channel ever, and I'm always watching you.
Each day, I get to see the disloyalty.
I don't think, Tony, that's the wrong word.
The way they talk, it just makes me respect the players from the 90s, the players from the 80s. I really see loyalty at the top of their, of their characterization. This time I just see players with grit, lies. I don't know how to put it, man, but it's okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Please let one go in for the Arsenal tomorrow. How about that, Matt Turner?
No. Look, back on Matt Turner as a player, because I couldn't give a shit what he says, who says this. I don't care. He is going to make some very big saves tomorrow. He's capable of it. Like I said, for the U.S. men's national team, he makes big save time and time again. In penalty scenarios as well, he's very good. That is one of his
guys dive a lot as well, so we might get.
Yeah, he actually has saved more penalties for the national team than he's conceded. I know it's against fucking not the greatest opposition, but penalties do favor the attacker.
Penalty, isn't it?
Exactly. So, look, he's going to be – I think he'll be decent for Forrest. I definitely think he'll be making one or two really, really good saves, but I don't think it'll be enough because in attack, Arsenal are very hard to stop.
Yeah.
And honestly, Forrest, You know what the thing that you know what the avenue Forrest have to go? You know when Bournemouth scored 10 seconds in at the Emirates? You know when who was the other one last year? Where it got up to a very quick, didn't Leeds almost score in the 20 seconds as well at the Emirates? Yeah. Get it to Brennan. If you get the kickoff, Brennan Johnson, run, motherfucker, run. And that's when Ramsdale had his shaky moments as well. You need to start off the game exactly with that. You need to go right for the fucking head from the fucking first whistle. Because you could get a goal. Because it's happened twice to Arsenal last year. And
I'll tell you what does worry me. It might just have been because he was playing City. But I did, and I didn't think I'd ever say this without being on acid, LSD, or mushrooms. But I did actually see an Arteta.
Yeti has it in his wheelhouse. It's there.
At the end of the day, I did actually see a bit of a plan B, the way that Arsenal sat back and just pressed. And I've seen a lot of people say that, oh, Man City was all over you and you didn't stand a chance only with a deflected goal. I disagree, to be honest, because I thought Arsenal pressed at right times, and I don't see that very often. And Rice got a bit of shit as well. There was one point in the game where I can't remember who had it, one of the Man City defenders outside the box, and he just flew in there and won that ball. And that is what you was missing last season, in my opinion. And I do think it's going to be a tough one. I can't wait for it because it's for us to have a measuring stick on sort of how far we've come. It's also not the same as the last game in the Emirates, where basically, like I say, you just played 11 guys on a pitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas now I think we've got an actual team. So I want to see a bit more in that.
Yeah,
exactly. So I want to see more than that. If we get walloped, we get walloped. At the end of the day, right, I've not wrote any checks. I've not wrote any checks. I've not wrote any receipts. So if we lose, I've got nothing to answer for. If you lose, you fucking have.
Yeah, you do.
Definitely. See, guys in the charts, big ups to you. Mama Flossie, evening Arsenal history and more. Arsenal history and more. Jez, get well soon, my brother. I think you should be having the show tomorrow, so I'll be waiting for that to watch that too. He says, City ground, Tony, we lost. Yes, Jez.
Who scored that goal? Was that Awoniyi?
Awoniyi,
yeah.
We need to.
It was a 1-0.
Yeah,
Forrest.
Nobody can say it.
As soon as that goal went in, by the way, I remember that game really well because Arsenal were.
Amy Baba says,
we should have scored more, to be fair, because Arsenal weren't even
against Forrest. Yeah, we need to be ruthless when it comes to these guys that took points from us last season. We need to show them, put them on the blast. Yeah?
And Forrest need to be ruthless.
Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, 100%.
Amy Baba is in the house. Jaminho is also in the house.
Emma.
It says Stoney, Steve, Yeti. Hello. Big up to you. Ellie Doors, guys. If you've not subscribed to Ellie Doors, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you've not subscribed to Arsenal History and More, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you've not subscribed to Yeti's channel, guys, I don't know what you're looking at. Even Steve Mahala, if
you're mad.
You're bunkers, yeah? You're bunkers.
I'll send you a straight jacket and I'll put you in a padded cell if you don't subscribe to me. Actually, I'll probably put you in it if you do subscribe to me, to be fair.
Steve Mahala, I want to you know I'm a provocateur, yeah? I want to look for trouble out here, yeah?
Okay.
Manchester City, yeah? Arsenal played Manchester City, yeah? Last weekend, yeah? And of course, I know you saw what happened. We beat the European champions, yeah? We beat the 3-peat champions. We beat the FA Cup champions, yeah? We beat the league.
You beat them on penalties.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. So we beat these people.
No, it does matter if it's a Premier League game that ends as a draw.
Trophy is a trophy, though. I will say that.
But we beat them. Yeah. So let's get that out the way. Now, there's something I want to pinpoint here that I would link to this matchup coming up against Nottingham Forest. Erling Haaland had an XG of 0.00 in the first half. He didn't have a very good on goal. There's a reason for that. The truck is back. Yeah, The absolute brick wall, for Arsenal Football Club is back at centre-back position. William Saliba, ladies and gentlemen, so good and okay. So if we at Arsenal are keeping one of the most lethal strikers ever been seen in this league, that scored nothing less than 50-something goals last season, Steve Mahala, this brick wall kept him last weekend on an XG of 0.00. See, guys, no shot on target for Erling Haaland last week against Arsenal. With that Arsenal
against Man City,
exactly.
Timber, you think they take him off if it was a League final?
Of course, Timber, William Saliba, and of course Gabriel. See, Awoni is coming down to the Emirates, and mind you, it's definitely not in Nottingham Forest. So they're coming to the Emirates.
You think he don't start De Bruyne if it's a Champions League final?
Do you think, that Awoni stands a chance against that absolute brick wall of a player, William Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes?
Yes, he scored against you last year.
If the most little striker in the whole of the Premiership couldn't even get a shot on target in the first half.
If we went by your logic, you should not be conceding any goals this year in any competitions. Obviously, that's going to happen. I understand your point. I love Saliba. I've been a fan of Saliba for years, right? Ligue 1, it's my favorite league to watch. He was sensational at Marseille, Nice, and Saint-Etienne. He was sensational. And I was telling people, raving, this guy at Arsenal, he will be fantastic if they give him a chance.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, you rate Saliba? I damn sure do too, because I've been following the guy, watching him for years. He's really good. Yes, of course. Awoniyi presents a different challenge to Erling Haaland, though. It's a different profile player. Cooper plays.
Is he stronger than Haaland, though? Is he stronger than Haaland?
I don't care about the strength. He's probably quicker.
He is, 100%. He's bigger.
A bit more elusive. Yes, and he's stronger than Haaland, probably just by a bit. They're two very strong dudes. So, look, again, it's a different challenge. If Awoniyi scores, are you just, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it could happen. It happened last year. He's going to present a different challenge. Because with Man City, they obviously play possession in your half of the field. Saliba doesn't. Forrest are going to clearly play on the break. So Saliba will be on the high line. If Awoniyi gets past, that's different. That's different challenge to what you faced against Man City with Haaland. So
that's part of the two major things that make a difference tomorrow.
Brennan Johnson as well. Brennan Johnson as well. The
one he gets on with Saliba, and it's also down to the fact that if you use Zinchenko and you keep leaving that space for Brennan Johnson, we will take advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeti. Andy Bell is in the house, Andy Bell, I'll come to you, you're a separate.
I do, mate. All right.
You're a separate guy, Yeti, I want to put you in the game on this one, what are you going to do, Because, don't you think your team is going to feel intimidated, Seeing Declan Rice, 100, listen, Yeti, 105 million pound signing, on the pitch, with Thomas Partey in the middle of the park, with Julian Timber. Fresh out, coming out from that, shield win, a big soldier. You saw his performance, ready to die. He couldn't even play without his foot. That's how bad and that's how crazy that guy is. And of course, I have it. It's been unleashed.
Yeti, you should just quit based off the way Tony's talking. Just don't show up.
See you later.
You have to admit this is as strong as the Spanish amateur.
I don't give a shit how much your players cost. I give a shit how 11 men play 11 men.
When you come into the Emirates, Kai Havertz, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Julian Timber at the back,
The fact you included Kai Havertz in that conversation, Tony.
Do not put Kai Havertz in there. You can't slip it in. You can't slip that in like Bill Cosby does with drinks. No.
Yeti, can you handle the heat? Can you handle the heat tomorrow? Can you handle the heat?
I can't handle the heat. I can't handle the heat at the minute, Tony, to be honest. I feel like Hunter Biden when they found them other hard drives. But, I mean, look, I'm just going to say, we don't care how much your players cost, how good your players are, or whatever. It's going to be 11 men against 11 men, and whichever 11 men wants it the most is going to be the team that comes out on top. You've got the crowd behind you, yeah? If we could go in and possibly silence that crowd, that's going to be massive. So you've got to look at it that way, not just we've got Declan Rice and he cost 105 million. So bloody what? I mean, we're not bothered about the atmosphere.
I struck a nerve when I said that, right?
You didn't strike no nerve.
No, you didn't strike no nerve. I was just thinking you were deluded and might become a top gooner. That's what I was thinking.
Were Brentford terrified first game of the season last season, Tony?
Brentford, yeah.
Were Brentford terrified when they came up against Arsenal after they spent 100-odd million last season, 200 million last season?
Or was Brighton terrified going to the Emirates?
Well, I get that, but I get that, man. But this is the new Arsenal. The new Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Fresh from a mental boost last week, yeah. Who are the people we're going to face?
Keep underestimating us. We love it
right now.
I was about to say,
last weekend, we're strong enough to go and beat up Nottingham Forest. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Yes, you're favored to do that. The bookies suggested and all that. Yeah. That's cool. Of course. But did you do that to them last year at the City Ground? You were heavy favorites to win that game. No.
Well, William Saliba out.
Games are won on
Saliba was
won on
supposed to give you the 2 goals. Saliba was supposed to score you the 2 goals.
Have an inexperienced coach.
Saliba was not supposed to.
Man, so many things were wrong with my team last season, but I hope we've learned from that and we've moved past that this season.
I hope so, but you need to stop writing receipts, man. You need to stop writing receipts because you're going to get big stuff.
Exactly. You're going to get guys. Yeah, I have a true Geordie in the house. Yeah, true Geordie. I know my Flossie is in the house too. Yeah, of course, Newcastle fan.
Away the lads.
Away the fuck.
See, yeah.
Man.
And the Bell is a member of this channel. Big ups to you and the Bell, and thanks for being a partner.
Well, everyone's well watching.
Lots of thanks goes to Steve Mahala, who is also a member of this channel. Big ups to you. People like you keep my channel going. And the Bell, Barella, a player you have been linked to in the market throughout the summer. Barella from Inter Milan, Zicolo Barella. Yesterday, was linked to Arsenal. The link was that Arsenal was going to give Tomiyasu, who wants to go back to Italy, actually.
Was it Balogun?
And Balogun, definitely, who wants to leave Arsenal by all means, the report said that Arsenal was to give Inter Milan these 2 players and in turn get Barella. Barella was linked to your football club, Newcastle. Why haven't you guys have the resources to go get a player, of that ilk, because you have the money. Why didn't you guys sign this player, Barella?
Tonali, that's simply why. You don't have all the eggs in one basket. By what we've heard, Tonali was first target. They must have started negotiations with Barella on the basis of, I don't think we actually, when we first bid for Tonali, I don't think the deal was actually as easy as everyone thinks it was. I truly believe that Tonali was probably against it and wanted to stay, but the club have had to accept the money because they need it. So therefore, if it's the manager's first choice, then you don't go against the manager and go and get a player that might be commercially a better signing from the fans. You know, everyone was making videos. Newcastle rated YouTube were going mad when we were linked with Barella. But I think what you just said there, if Tomiyasu isn't happy at Arsenal, Balogun obviously needs first team football. He's definitely got mega potential.
Yeah.
Isn't that best for everybody involved? If Barella wants to leave, and he will add something to your team as well. But in regards to us not getting Barella, I think that was simply because we managed to get the first choice. I think something happened and we went back to that deal and got Tonali, which, as it stands, it hasn't come to prosper, because I do think he's going to take a few weeks to get in anyhow, starting lineup. I really do. And from what I've seen, he needs to catch up with the pace of the game in the Premier. His ability is far beyond many players in the Premier League, but he needs to get used to the pace of the league. He got caught out a couple of times physically, even in the summer series. So, but I think once we get him settled, you'll see why we went for Tonali rather than Barella.
Yeah, definitely. See, second to the last question, it goes to everyone, yeah, including you, Yeti, too, yeah. But I'll start it from Steve Mahala.
Including me now,
see,
I thought we was like not good enough. Are you including me now, are you?
See, Steve Mahala, I'll bring you into the fray right now, yeah. See, Newcastle goes off against Aston Villa, yeah. One of the most respected coaches in Europe, yeah, is back at Aston Villa. Some people put their money where their mouth is, and are saying that this guy will lead them to a top 4 finish the season. Guys, no jokes, yeah, when it comes to Unai Emery. And he has done it on a bigger stage in the Europa League. He won it multiple times, yeah. See, you've seen how he got Aston Villa working last season when he came down to salvage whatever he salvaged out of their season last season, yeah? Good and okay. Now he's brought in soldiers, yeah? I mean soldiers.
Very good signings.
To that team. Moussa Dembele scoring for fun.
Diaby.
Yeah? Moussa Diaby, yeah, scoring for fun, yeah, in preseason games. Playing up muscling players, yeah. See, Steve Mahala, you met this big coach come tomorrow. What do you think? Newcastle in St. James Park.
Yeah.
Going against.
Well, that's the good thing. It's at home, because they kicked our ass at Villa Park last year. That was our worst performance in all competitions by some distance. We got outplayed from minute one. I'm pretty sure Watkins hit the bar within the opening 15 seconds of the game, and it was long day at the office. Yeah. Villa are the real deal, man, and they have done it, one of the best transfer windows in Europe. Easily.
They've got depth now as well, haven't they, Steve?
Yes, they have the squad depth. They're going to be challenging for Conference League. They just have to beat Hibs, which I'm pretty sure they will, to get into the group stage. FA Cup and Carabao Cup, I wouldn't be surprised if they go far in that too. And they could finish really high in the Prem. They really could, because the other teams around aren't that they're not untouchable. If Villa finish over Man United, that's not really that much of a surprise if you take away the name and the crest. If you just look at the squads, right? So, I mean, for me, it's going to be a really good game. Tactically, Unai Emery is a very, very good manager. He's going to set Villa up really, he's terrific, man, and it's a really good team. It's going to be a good game, a challenge. I'm just glad it's at home. I'm just glad it's at home.
Yeah,
so I'll give us a 2-1 win, because I think we have the firepower. I think the midfield battle, I think we can also definitely compete with them. They've got a really good midfield, and they've added to depth. Tielemans, obviously, so it's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good game, people, and it's going to be on the 5:30 UK kickoff, so everybody will be watching. It's a really good team.
Very good game.
Very good.
Very good game. Yeti, he's coming to the fray. Yeah, what do you think? Newcastle. Aston Villa.
Newcastle win for me. But one thing I'll say about what you were saying before, because I always like to go back to stuff because it just stays in my brain. And if I don't say anything, then it'll just turn to jelly later on. One thing I will say is Man City thought they was going to come to the City ground and wallop us. Look how that went. But anyway, Right. Okay. So Newcastle for me, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Newcastle. They had an awesome team last season. They've added to it. They haven't lost anybody from it. So I think a lot of you need to take that into account. I would say, I think 3-1. I think Villa are good, don't get me wrong. But I just think Newcastle are a different animal right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Harvey Barnes, good signing, man. Gives us goals straight up the left.
100%.
I mean, he's good. Isak, Wilson, Almiron.
He's not bad defensively either.
Defensively, we were the joint best with Man City.
Well.
We conceded
Exactly.
29
so
38. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous in the Premiership, yeah. And of course, a team that was fighting relegation 2 seasons ago, and then to just become one of the best defensive side in the Premiership last season, that's a huge turnaround.
Anyhow, another manager trajectory. It looks like it's going up. Let's just see where it goes. It's exciting.
Another thing we've got to take into account as well, as much as sorry guys.
Oh, sorry. And the Bell. Oh, sorry, and the Bell. See, Aston Villa has never had joy against you in Villa Park. No, sorry, in St James Park. Sorry, yeah, in St James Park.
It's a cauldron, mate. It's along with us, they're the best fans in the league.
At any time when Aston Villa has come there to beat you up in recent years, I haven't seen it, and I don't think it's going to happen. But see, you're facing a different animal right now, but it doesn't still mean you don't have Miggy Almiron with you. It still doesn't mean you don't have Isaac, Joe Allenton, your Willock, see Shaw, and of course in your defensive setup, of course Tonali down there. Yeah, it's going to be a brutal one when it comes to that matchup tomorrow. Yeah, but see, what are your thoughts about this matchup? Do you think your stars will show up and help you guys to win that match? Do you think? Are you buzzing in this match, or are you concerned?
It's nervous excitement, Tony. One thing I will say about Emery, as much as he's, probably one of the elite managers in the Premier League, one thing I have noticed with him is he's not a league manager too much. If you look at his league positions in the sides that he's had, he's not a manager that, and it's normally because of the start his team makes. So what we have got to do is we've got to try and catch them off guard. The one thing that Newcastle are going to have this season is teams are going to sit in against her, and I think that's shown by the players that we've went and signed. Livramento can, he's Bale-esque on the right hand side with his athleticism. So I think if it's a 1-1 draw, 1-0 defeat, leading into the last 20 minutes, we've got someone off the bench that can come on and get in behind a team. We've got someone that can keep the ball better than what we did last season in Tonali. And as you said there, we're not broken, so let's not fix it too much yet. I think making drastic changes, Eddie Howe said in his press conference today, you make drastic changes, then you're really upset. You're not rewarding the players that get you in this position. I don't imagine there's going to be that much of a change tomorrow. I think Harvey Barnes will start. You can flip a coin for whether Wilson or Isaac start based on Wilson's form towards the end of the last season. It's nervous excitement. I do think we'll nick the game simply because we're at home.
Yes.
Probably 2-1. I do see Villa scoring.
Another thing I would say as well.
Don't tweak what is working. Don't tweak what is
Another
working.
thing I would say, which I really do believe in when you got Tonali, is last season everybody went for Gunnerz and tried to stop him being creative and stuff. If Tonali can actually look after him, like Rice could look after Partey, then he's going to get his space and he's going to crucify anybody. Newcastle will be the team I've been more worried about playing than Arsenal, to be fair.
And also, it's in a bit of a freedom to go forward at times as well. I mean, he's a battering ram defensively. He's been helping out Bruno. He's been Bruno's enforcer in the midfield. Now with Tonali coming in, as you've correctly just said there, all the attention. Which one do you put the attention on now? Which one do you put the extra man on when we're starting to dominate a game? And then the fact that we've got a wide left player that doesn't come to receive the ball and then take players on, he's going to try and stretch defences and get in behind them without the ball. That's one thing ASM never did. Very often you'd see him make a run off the ball to stretch the pitch. So, there's a little bit of dynamic change, I think, in our side. It may take a few weeks to get the hang of. I think once it clicks, we will see.
Yeah, you take that for everybody, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's for everyone.
You've got plan B as well. You've got a plan B that a lot of teams don't have.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can sit in and defend and make it ugly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Having a plan B is very, very important in this league now because we've seen so many teams come to shut it. I'm talking of my team now. Coming to stifle Arsenal's attacking play, coming to stifle the way we move the ball around, and we end up not having any plan B. But again, I've seen the new signings we've brought in. Maybe, just maybe, someone like a Kai Havertz can come in and do something different.
I think you're delusional there.
Maybe someone like Vieira, who has recently started to play quite well, recently, can come into the fray, give us a different taste, plan B, or someone like Declan Rice, someone like we still have Jorginho in the ranks too.
Trossard,
of course, Trossard can come in and do something different. See, the last question before we go, your predictions for the matchup. 2 matches for your predictions. The first one, the league opener today, season opener today. Burnley against Manchester City, your predictions for that matchup, your predictions for the matchup tomorrow, Nottingham Forest, of which Yeti, of course, supports Nottingham Forest, which I wish would be deforested tomorrow. So you predict your predictions for these 2 matches.
Then you'll have no oxygen, you won't be able to breathe, so there you go.
Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. I'll start with you, Steve Mahala.
And Newcastle Villa, so I'll do all 3. All right, Burnley, Man City, I'll go 3-2 Man City. 3-2 Man City. Andy's face seems to disagree, whatever. Newcastle, Aston Villa, I'll go 2-1 Newcastle. And then Arsenal, Forest, I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Wow. Jez is in the house, and Jez is predicting
4-1.
Arsenal 4, Nottingham Forest 1.
Don't like you
in the
anymore,
mud. See, Yeti. Yeti, your predictions for the matchups.
Well, Burnley, Man City. I think Man City will win it 2-1. I think Arsenal, Forest. I think be 10-0 Forest. To be honest, no, I think we're going to lose that one. I think at the end of the day, I want to see how far we've come. I'm not bothered about the result. The result will hurt you more than it does us if it goes.
You're not expected to do anything.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it depends how we set up. Because the thing is, you got to look at the fact of, right, we're making sort of predictions and looking at the way things might go now. None of us have actually seen each other play in the actual Premier League now. We've just seen each other mess around in friendlies and things like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I look back at Terry Venables for England, and I think everybody was saying we ain't going to do nothing in this European Championships, and we went on a tear and we did really well. Do you know what I mean? So you don't know in that respect. So it's sort of an unknown quantity. But I do think we'll lose that game. I actually do think we'll lose that game. I'm not deluded like Tony Claude Gunner. Big love, mate. I'm only messing around.
Yeah, man.
What was it? Newcastle, Aston Villa. Yeah. I think Newcastle will win that one 3-1.
I'd love that.
3-1. Okay, to the final person, of course, my guy, Andy in the house.
I think the Burnley Man City game will be 4-1 Man City.
Wow.
I think Arsenal will have a difficult first half against Forest. I think it'll be a draw at half time, and I think Arsenal will go on, bring fresh legs on second half and win it comfortably 4-0, 4-1 again. Wow. And I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle Villa. If it's hard, if it's a draw.
Andy, why did you just have to bring up that thing with Arsenal? Yeah, that was.
I said you're going to win the game 4-1.
He said you were going to win.
What did he say wrong? Faces in this league. Yeah, the hate with faith. Yeah, from rival France, everyone.
No, he said you won.
I said you were going to win 4-1.
The only thing that matters
Sounds
is
like
the
hate to
score
me.
at the end of the game. It doesn't matter how you play in the first half.
Hater.
No,
I tell you what, if he thinks that's it, he should be married to my missus.
Aston Villa is coming to St. James Park. That will even be a more tougher game than that Arsenal game.
He's going to say you're going to lose now.
To say that Arsenal is going to struggle.
No. What I said is you may struggle to score in the first half. Didn't say you might not dominate the game. I just think that the scoreline might be a little bit difficult for you at half time. Then your quality up and showing.
But I know you have a little bit of, I know I got inexpensive.
We hate Sunderland, not fucking Arsenal. You play in red, but you don't have stripes.
He's got a big fish. He's got a big fish.
I know it hurts.
You got a big shark on your hook.
It hurts, yeah. It hurts. I brought in rice, yeah. You guys have the whole money in the world, but we brought in rice. Yeah, we brought in timber.
Yeah, I think about that when I wake up and I go to bed.
Yeah, I think of Declan Rice when I open my eyes.
My life is for
He can win in the first course. It's not going to matter. It's 11 against 11.
Wait until half time tomorrow.
So I know where your hurt is coming from. Yeah, and of course it's not only you. Many other fans. They hate it.
Game of sofa. Game of sofa.
I need to watch back what I just said.
Yeah,
Kai Havertz, a Champions League winner. Yeah, Julian Timber.
So was Nathan Redmond.
Bro, signing a deal for William Saliba, absolute truck at that back. And you know what? See. Yeah, it's not like I'm blowing my trumpet or something like that.
Oh, you are. Oh,
you're not blowing your trumpet. You are a trumpet.
See, you're gonna be deforested. Yeah, we are gonna see. Nottingham Forest is gonna go through deforestation come tomorrow.
I hope they don't.
Will absolutely blitz that team tomorrow.
I just think Arsenal might not wake up till the second half.
We're lost against those guys.
Get the hammer and took out your guns.
Fucking hater.
No, I'm serious. The message from Mikel Arteta should be tomorrow. Anything less than a 5-1 beating, mauling tomorrow. Yeah. Against
what, you're going to let us score?
For me.
What, a small team like this? You're going to let us
score? How much for Saliba being rock solid at the back?
Blow them out of the atmosphere. Yeah, but if I was Mikel Arteta, that's what I will be telling those boys tomorrow.
Of course.
You have to be ruthless against this team. Yeah, ruthless.
Tony,
can you answer me a question, mate?
You have to be ruthless. Yeah.
Can you answer me a question?
That took away points from us last season. Yeah,
right. Answer this question, right? If you blitzed us 5-1, or we blitz you 5-1, who do you think would be the more bothered?
You know that's not happening yet. Come on, man.
Yeah, but who would be the most upset? Wouldn't be us.
Did anyone think Aston Villa was going to beat Liverpool 7-2 a few years ago?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Weird shit happened.
But these men have got curry fried rice now and think they're just going to beat everybody.
If this is what it's like when they've signed Declan Rice, can imagine if they actually signed a world-class player.
Like Mbappe.
See, I want to finish up the chat. Of course, Jazz is in the house. Our big brother, yeah. See, guys, yeah. Jazz. Without Jazz, I wouldn't have known beautiful people like Yeti, our special guest today. So it's big. And Jazz is someone that brings.
See, look, you're deluded. I ain't beautiful, mate.
So big up to you, Jazz, man. You know we love you, man.
He's beautiful. We us four got a chance.
Yeah, exactly, man. So big ups to Jazz, yeah. As from me on my channel, man, Jazz, we love you. Thanks, man. Burnley 0, he says here. Mancity 4. Wow. Newcastle 3. Newcastle.
I hope they're right.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope I like that.
That's a wild
I like that.
one, Jez.
I would love a stress-free beatdown of Villa. Sign me up every single day.
I'm expecting more.
Well played, Jez, for what you said about Forrest. That'll never be forgotten, mate.
I hope we're talking next week and another comment comes up like that in Newcastle beating Villa.
Wild, Jez. I really do think that Aston Villa will come fighting, at St. James.
Of course. Tony, Tony, what's your predictions for the 3 games? Go.
Score. Yes, I was going to say we're not getting yours here.
Arsenal 5.
Okay.
Nottingham Forest 1.
Is that at half time or full time?
5-1. I will not sit easy if Arsenal don't get 5 goals past that net.
All right.
Tomorrow. I won't sleep.
Well, you don't want to get if you want to get them past the net, you need Havertz for that, mate.
What about Mancity Burnley? What's the line for that, Tony? Mancity Burnley.
Sports44, guys, go subscribe to that channel. Big guy, great guy. He does lots of good streams. It says Elanga will score in honor of Jesse Lingard. Oh my!
Just before half time.
If he plays like Jesse Lingard, mate, I'm getting a taxi down there and getting rid of
the Arsenal. You see, yeah, odd fours. 8-1 to the Arsenal, guys. You see, man.
Yeah,
I'm happy to see something
keep saying what you're saying.
And just say something here. It says hot fours 44. I wish, but we don't have a striker. Reality check sets in. That's true.
Yep.
You wouldn't think that by Tony Samina, would you?
Exactly. Mama Flossie, who is a Newcastle fan, big ups to you, Mama Flossie. You know we love you here. She says, oof.
That's probably your prediction.
Says, yeah, Arsenal history and more. If you lend Nketiah a Tina, he can go up his phone credits. He'll make plenty of calls with his goals. See you guys. Thanks for coming to the show. And of course, Mama Flossie says, great stream, guys.
Whatever you can get that much credit, Jess, mate.
I still need your score predictions, Tony.
Yes, he's falling it again.
I've already given it.
I did say 5-1.
You said Arsenal 5, Forrest 1. Now Mancity Burnley.
He's not interested in any of the He's at his rice, so he's
have
after.
a draw. Aston Villa will get a draw.
Okay.
St. James.
What's the score? 1-1, 2-2?
I knew he'd say that.
I still think people don't give.
No. What's the score?
I knew he'd go for you, Andy and Steve. I knew he'd go for you.
I think this season, you guys will put respect on that guy's name.
As soon as he said that we'll stop him in the first half, his whole mindset changed. Because he was going to say that Newcastle win, but as soon as you said that, Andy, it was like, okay.
Tit for tat, innit? Tit for tat.
So, and the match against Mancity, even if I do think that Vincent Kompany would want to prove something today, yeah, I see it ending a one goal, and mind you guys, here it might be a 1-0 win. For Man City, yeah, and the reason why I'm saying this, we all know Tough Moore is
just
not
a different animal, isn't he? To be honest,
Tough Moore is a different field to go to. Usually,
they're going to be buzzing.
Of course, it used to be a tough place to go to. Tough Moore, yeah. I don't know about
what you got to take into account as well, though, is Man City lost the dog bowl, so I mean their heads might be really down, and Burnley might be able to take advantage of it, because it's like, I mean, they got a treble, they got all the big things, but nothing compares to the dog bowl that you got. So you've got to take that into account as well.
Yeah, that's true. But see, man, I do see Burnley fighting to the end. Yeah, coupled with the fact that Vincent Kompany has a bone to pick. Yeah. He hates Man City or whatever. Of course, the legend down there, but I think he wants to announce himself to the Man City hierarchy that
he wants to win games for Burnley. He wants to win games for Burnley.
Yeah.
He loves Burnley now, mate.
The one thing you've got to remember as well: if Burnley try and play football with Man City will absolutely annihilate them. If Company's going to try that tactic and go toe-to-toe with them, it's a bad idea. I do not see that happening. The only way he impresses his Man City counterparts is by keeping Burnley up this season and proving that he's a cultured manager in the sense that they're not going to try and play the football that they did in the Championship, because you're not in the Championship anymore. Even the poor Premier League sides are going to get around that.
Yeah, exactly. Jess says, Tony, don't forget Turner will have moth into Peter tomorrow.
I think he'll have a good game. I think Matt Turner will have a good game.
I think he will as well. I think he'll have a good game.
It's true, man. He could literally turn into something like that tomorrow, man. Hocus pocus. See, Anthony Herbert, a member of this channel. Anthony, guys, yeah. Most Fridays from when the season starts up, I would be at Gunnerz from all corners, which is Anthony Herbert's channel. Yeah, I always loved that channel. I started from that place. Anthony Herbert gave me a chance down there. So big ups to Anthony Herbert. During the course of the season, I'll be joining Anthony Herbert, my big friend, to do Gunnerz from all corners, on that channel. Big ups to you, Anthony Herbert. He says, yeah, big up Tony and the panel going 3-1 for Arsenal to win and Newcastle to win 3-2.
I hope he's right.
But yet he says, hello, Anthony Herbert. Arsenal history and more. Guys, if you've not subscribed to that lovely channel, yeah, even me too, I got my dose of Jess channel today when I came back from work. Just went down there to watch some of his shows, yeah.
It's a lovely
and
channel.
He says,
all lovely flowers and all that kind of stuff
quirky
around it.
Little place, guys, Jess, Arsenal history and more.
Yeah, make sure
Andy, shout out where people can find you.
I'll be honest, the only really social media I do is on YouTube, but if you want my Twitter, it's AndyBell861. But I'm not really a big presence on Twitter. It's simply there just so I can keep up with the news. I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to IT. Really, it's all NFTV maybe on a match day or with yourself, Tony.
Yeah, sure, definitely. And I hope you could come with me for the watch along tomorrow. Yeti, if you want to pop into my watch along tomorrow, it would be nice to have that watch along with you. If you
I'll have a look then. Yeah.
To watch along tomorrow.
Well, unfortunately, I've got one for myself. But,
okay. No, absolutely no problem. But it would have been nice to just, share the moment.
I might be able to mix the stream or something like that. Or I don't know.
Yeah, it will be. Andy, please, I would like
if
you
you
to
start
come
going
to
off, you're going in the sin bin, mate.
Tomorrow, me and you can start it up, Andy. Yeti, please shout out your channel, man. And Yeti, it's a honor to have you on this channel, man. You came in here before to have a little bit of a nickel with me and Onome before. See, man, your footballing IQ, amazing. Since I met you in Jez's Instagram channel, very amazing person. I have the utmost respect for you, my brother, man. So please shout out your channel, shout out where people could find you. And, this is Andy. Andy's a great guy, a very good friend of mine. He's a journey, but we're great friends. And also he supports me in my channel too. So Yeti, it would be nice for you to have Andy in your channel once in a while. He's a great 100%. Guy to have. As you can see, what he did here when he talks football, he's very unbiased and he has a very, very top footballing IQ. So you could always have him on your show down there. Yeti, shout out where people could find you.
Right, okay, guys. So I'm Long-Eared Yeti. Where you can find me most of the time, sometimes in a prison cell, sometimes in a padded cell with my straitjacket on. Because sometimes they find me, I try and hide that well, but they do find me eventually. Long-Eared Yeti's Cave, Forrest fan, love Forrest. Tony Claude, love you, man. Cheers for having me on it, and Steve McCullough as well. Love you as well, buddy. And Andy Bell, mate, good to meet you. I like to have people for my preview, so I'll probably choose you. Seem like a really decent guy. Other than that, I don't know, because my brain just went dead. So there you go.
Hey, Andy, you just that's the good thing about Jez. You just got an invitation from Jez, yeah, the legend.
Yes, thank you very much.
Arsenal history and more.
If you have Tony, pass on me personal details, mate.
I'll add you to the Instagram as well, Andy.
Sorry?
I'll add you to the Instagram as well.
Andy!
All right, cool, thank you.
An invitation to you. See, man, it's like the Godfather. You have to say yes live on the show.
All right, thank you very much. If I get the opportunity to meet new people, I'm always up for it.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Arsenal history and more. Jez in the house. See, he has just said yes. He's going to come to your show any day, anytime, and he's a great guy to have down there. He says, Andy, I will get you on one of the Arsenal and
you
Newcastle
need to take your tongue out his arse.
He's just agreed and said yes, he will pop in down there. Big ups. And to everyone who came to the show today, thanks for coming to support me, of course, and Yeti on his full debut on my show today. And a debut, but many more is going to be part and parcel of my channel. 100%. And hopefully I would also come and show some love on his own channel too. So guys, yeah, Thanks for coming around. Mama Flossie, Jez in the house, Anthony Herbert, Amy Baba, every one of you, Jaminho, Hot Fuzz, all of you that came to the show to show us some love. Thank you very, very much. And catch us tomorrow with the watch along that I'll be having tomorrow. Also, I'll be bringing in some people in the weekend too. So you check that out. Mostly on my Instagram, Facebook page, and of course, my Twitter page. From here, me, Yeti, and Andy, big ups.
Okay, everybody.